Imagine, come close, come closer. Imagine, visualize, you're a performer. You're on the road all the time, different cities, countries. The stage is your habitat, baby. It's where you thrive. People are screaming, but not your name, the celebrity's name. You're in the back as a background dancer. Background dancers bring the energy to the stage. Their choreography and moves complement the main performer's performance. They help shape the star's particular look and brings it all together, making the concert goer's experience very magical. Someone who is known to drum up a lot of controversy is Miss JaRule. Many people say she's not the greatest of singers. I don't know, I still be jamming to her music, but apparently people be fighting over the internet over the fact if she can sing or not. I'm just trying to bop, and I do. So though people fight over the singing, many can agree that JaRule is a great dancer. But this story isn't about JaRule. This is a story about one of her background dancers. Beautiful, fit, talented, and had a promising future that ended tragically with one phone call. Susie Perez. She was once at the peak of her career to now living on the streets of New York. And where is JaRule? Anywhere in sight? Nowhere. And people were very upset about that. But before we get to all that, let's start from the beginning. Born in the Dominican Republic and left for better opportunities in the entertainment industry in hopes to become a dancer and a model. Susie would soon find that leaving the Dominican Republic was the right choice when it came to her career and just doing better things. She rose to the top of her career to be one of the most sought after models in the 1990s through the 2000s. Susie Perez was doing amazing in America. She posed for multiple magazine covers. People were infatuated with her caramel complexion, long dark hair, amazing figure, and dance skills, which helped her get noticed in dance videos and eventually found herself dancing for the top musicians such as P. Diddy, J.Lo, like you know. She was in a music video called Back for More by Glenn Lewis. Appeared in Charlie Morpheus' Crash Comedy in 2009, Jamie Foxx' Unpredictable, El Gordo, La Flaca in 1998. She was getting tons of exposure with a lot of big names, and one of her nicknames turned into the Spanish Barbie. Susie's career was booming and so was her love life. She found what many would say is love. There isn't much about her lover, but she did end up having a son named Cine Celestino. So things were great. Leaving your home country can be very difficult and scary. A lot of people fail, but she was doing amazing and things seemed like it was just getting better, especially because she got a phone call from a top modeling agency. A multi-million-dollar contract was offered to be their brand model, the face of the company, the main woman, every aspiring model's dream. So of course Susie said yes. Oh my God, yes, this is what she has been waiting for. Unfortunately, after the good news, accepting the offer, signing the contract, it turned out the modeling agency was fake. And Susie was shortly abducted by the people posing as a modeling agency. The modeling agency actually had ties to the Italian mafia, and gang members legally set up modeling agency in Italy and the United States, so countless models were in the same situation as Susie and tricked into a promising lifestyle that they never received. During her captivity, Susie would try to escape like many so she could get back to her life, get back to her son, but like many who tried, she was not successful and would endure even more torture, sexual assault, drug abuse. It has been said that these women were treated like venting dolls. The agency, if that's what you want to call them, got her and the other women hooked on drugs to help control them. Eventually, she stopped resisting and she just went with it. She couldn't tell day from night, what day it was, what month it was. She slowly died on the inside from the constant torture, assault, and drug abuse. No one heard or saw Susie again. She just went missing until 2 years after her modeling contract. Many thought Susie was gone, dead, just taken, until one day, a woman appears on the streets of New York City. No one knows who she is, where she's from, how she got to New York, but she mumbles, "They raped me. They raped me. The contract ended. It ended." Eventually, people started piecing it together bit by bit by bit, and they connected the dots and said, "Oh my God, that's the Spanish Barbie. That is Susie Perez, the model that just disappeared." News outlets ran wild and would go on the streets to interview the Spanish supermodel that disappeared and now walks the street of New York mumbling to herself. An interview that Susie had with El Gordo y La Flaca discussing what had happened to her after she had disappeared. She stated, "They beat me, which killed me. me, I was invalid and lost 3 jobs. When I lost my mother, I was lost. According to Susie, following the death of her mother, her mental health rapidly declined and later became a drug user. And at some point, while kidnapped, she eventually tried to escape and find her son, and then found herself in New York. So additionally being homeless since 2005, she was taken to a psychiatric clinic. So the doctors confirmed that Susie's body has definitely just been through it. You can imagine. Not only did she experience severe sexual assault, but she was depressed and had extreme personality disorder and schizophrenia. So how does JaRule fit into all of this? JaRule was questioned by fans as to why she never reached out to help Susie when she was discovered, you know, being homeless in New York. And for some reason, people were very mad at JaRule, but there were plenty of other artists Susie worked with, had connections with, that no one brought out. They just pinpointed JaRule. I'm not too sure why. Maybe people just don't really like JaRule, or maybe because JaRule is also, you know, Latina, but that's what happened. People were very upset. Maybe people were just trying to use JaRule's name when they were writing about this or covering it. But when I would read about this story or find headlines, a lot of them would say, not even JaRule reached out. Well, it turns out poor Susie was just so far gone at that point. People tried to help her. Many people tried to help her, but it just wasn't possible, guys. Like, she's fighting an addiction. After her interview with Univision, Susie's son, Sana, was able to reunite with her on the streets of New York. It was huge. It was dramatic. Susie throws her wig down and runs up. She knew exactly who it was, and it was just very beautiful, but also very sad at the same time. So Sana does try to visit her occasionally as much as he can, but he also made it his mission to just help his mom get off the streets and get clean when it comes to substance. He also stated that she had been through rehab multiple times. It's just taking a lot of time, you know. There's been a few relapses. But he requested for people to maybe stop going to the streets of New York and taking pictures and video of his mom. You know, I mean, she's in a low spot. It's just not very, I don't know the word. It's not it to go to the streets of New York, go anywhere and be like, look at this person. They used to be up here. Now they're all the way down here on the floor, literally, because she's, you know, she's on the floor, homeless. It's just a rude thing to do. So I get the request. I just don't think people will do it. If I go to New York, I'm not gonna go take pictures of her. That's just rude. My mother is not a social media issue. She's a woman fighting an addiction. Like I said, I don't think that's the most realistic request, but there is something so sick about the videos I saw of people just taping her while on vacation in New York, like she's a zoo animal, and then being like, woo, we're in New York City.
Ya. Ya, un video.
Ok, aquí estoy con la famosa Fruity Berry. Ok, bye, New York. New York.
Susie had attempted to start getting her life up again as an Instagram model. Instagram's, you know, the new thing, anyone can be a model for a very short time, but her account has been made inactive by her family since 2020 following just another relapse. But her family does sometimes give updates on her and thanking everybody for the support, thanking everyone who helped her and supported Susie since her reunion with her son and her other family members. So this picture of Susie that's dated October 2022, and she's looking good, a lot healthier. I really do hope she's doing better. But that is the story of the once Spanish Barbie whose life changed with a single phone call. And a very sad story. Put me in a mood when I saw it, just scrolling through, you know, Facebook. And it's pretty old, but it's very new to me. I didn't know what was going on. I feel for her, and I always worry for my friends who want to be modeled or they're doing music videos because it's shady. People are shady, the industry is just shady, and just be careful, everyone. I'm hoping the best for Susie, and until next time, stay safe, stay healthy. Goodbye.